the PMax Feed Only strategies. Like it's next best thing to what we have. We used to have smart shopping, and we are kind of used to doing the smart shopping strategies. But what else we can try? We want to talk to you about that, the way we use it, the way we structure it, and the use cases.
My accounts is right now that I create a feed only PMax campaign with all the products in it, with only one asset group, and I create a new another PMax campaign without feed.
For kind of testing, we take the best performing product, but we also take underperforming products, which is essentially products that convert well, just didn't get enough attention. So they'll have like 20, 30 clicks, but they'll have 2 conversions on it. To me, that has potential.
All the things we are talking about is not something new. It's what we have done in the past with smart shopping. But the key point in this is adjusting the budget. So the budget is now the key, because before you only had smart shopping campaign and you have nothing to worry about. Hello everybody, it's the strategist team. I have Onkar with me and I have Usama, and today we're going to talk about the PMax Feed Only strategies. Like it's next best thing to what we have. We used to have smart shopping, and we are kind of used to doing the smart shopping strategies. But what else we can try? We want to talk to you about that, the way we use it, the way we structure it, and the use cases. And I think I'll start with an example. So I'm going to share my screen and tell me when you can see.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So the first thing you like to do when it comes to PMax Feed Only is always check your product performances, because in Google, conversions and the ROAS is not the only indicator to signal Google if it's a bad product or a good product. To put that in an example is if they have a good search volume, if they have a good click-through rate, and if they have a good hero product. Let's say you have 20 polo t-shirts, one of them is doing an amazing job, and polo t-shirt has some search volume, it has a good CTR, it can push the other 19 products that don't have that exact performance, but it will continue to push it. And you may wonder, I have better ROAS in t-shirts, why my PMax is not pushing towards that? To overcome this situation, check your product performances. So this is an account we have. I don't think I can share the name, and I think these will be blurred. So for the last, from 1st of July, June to today, they have $258,000 of revenue. But let me do this. So they have this product. This product only, and it's a single product. It has multiple sizes, as in S, M, and L, and it has multiple colors. But this only is responsible for 40% of the revenue. So what we did is we had our PMax campaign, which is running with 2x, which is the client's goal. It's doing good. But we created a new PMax feed only for that product alone, and we're pushing it with a separated budget, and it is working with 3x. So it is good to separate it out. Like it's good to push or sometimes take money out of some products. So try that. Guys want to put in something else?
Yeah, I have like few questions about that strategy. So do you have both the products, are they present in both the campaigns, or it's you negate them in the main campaign and then you keep them in the feed only?
I tried both, but from what I see, when you exclude those products in PMax campaign and you create a new campaign, you're just forcing Google to relearn again. Although it has GTM, it doesn't kick off that easily. So it's good to have a PMax, have an asset group in that PMax for those products, and also put that. I know they're competing with each other a little bit, since you're balancing that with the budget distribution, it's not a problem. And if it has a good search value, it has an existing demand ongoing, it's not a problem, and you can scale with that strategy.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And it works also, like I want to mention the other, like it's a vice versa strategy. As I said, conversions and the ROAS is not the only indicator when it comes to Google. So sometimes you have a good product. We have this with a client, they're selling nail stuff and hair stuff, like nail conditioners and hair supplements. The hair supplements has a good ROAS. They got 3x, close to 4x, but the nail conditioners are $19 and they have 1.5x ROAS with 4% conversion rate. But they have a lifetime value. Like once you buy it, you are locked like 12 months or even 24 months. So what we did is separated them out into their own PMax campaign. So to balance that out, that ROAS in the overall account. Sometimes you can push more money, or sometimes you use the strategy to pull back.
Yeah. So generally, I use feed only campaigns, like PMax feed only campaigns, like we were doing in the past for smart shopping. Like I use the same strategies that we were following. So and there is a twist, a little twist. So what I am testing in my accounts is right now that I create a feed only PMax campaign with all the products in it, with only one asset group, and I create a new another PMax campaign without feed. In that, I put all the good assets, like all the good images, videos about those categories, and I put relevant audience signals there in the PMax without feed. So technically, I think the PMax without feed is going outbound, is going in front of people who are not product aware, right? That PMax without feed is targeting those people, and then they are going, then those people, they are going on Google and they are searching for our product, and our PMax feed only already knows that the product, that the person has already visited our site through PMax without feed and will bid higher to get that shopping click. I think that is happening. I am seeing a good cost per conversion for both the campaigns. Actually, let me. I can't actually share that. Share the Google Ads account screenshots, but I'm getting a $42 cost per conversion in PMax without feed, and for the PMax feed only, I'm getting $50 cost per conversion. So yeah, I'm getting success with that strategy.
So you're using the PMax main campaign, you're pulling out the feed, so you are using that PMax for the search, display, YouTube, and the other channels.
Yep.
And creating that demand in that campaign, and for the feed only, you're using that to harvest the demand. So you are separating your campaign for the demand structure.
Yeah, and I think that is working for that industry because it's a niche down industry. So that industry, it's promos. So promo products, people who want promotional products. So I think it's a niche industry. I think that's why it's working. But let's say if you have apparel or any other brand, any other industry which you can't actually niche down the audience, then it's difficult to work with those. With my strategy, because there are a lot of audience for those products in market or in affinity.
Makes sense. I guess it's my turn. Alexa, stop. My Alexa loves to talk. Anyways, I do feed only in a couple ways. I guess I'll go through all of them. In the original PMax campaign, I pretty much launched 2 feed only campaigns. The first one is just an open signal one where I attach no signals to it. And then the second one is where I just take my best performing signals from the listing group or insights tab. And then I just add those signals all combined together and launch that. So that's one way I launch it. And a more recent approach that I started doing was for a feed only PMax campaign. What I did was I took the client's goal. I took 3/5 of the client's goal. Let's just say their goal was 5x. I took everything above what was it? A 3. 3/5. I took everything above a 3 and kept it in the original PMax campaign. That's the Solate strategist, can't do simple math, but I was like 5 3/5. So anything above a 3 I kept in the original campaign, right? And then anything below a 2 I knocked out into and created a separate PMax campaign and then put like a 300% ROAS goal on it. And it's working pretty well, surprisingly. That's with a feed only campaign, and there's no overlap, so I guess I can share screen. And this was just recently launched. You gotta give me permission, FA.
This is not a glitch. I'm interrupting the video you're watching because I need to remind you that I'm always looking for people to join our team. So if you're passionate about Google Ads and you want to work with the best Google Ads agency on the planet, please go to solate.com/apply. Speaking of working with the best Google Ads agency on the planet, if you're having trouble with Google Ads and you want professional help, that's what we do. You can go to solate.com, that's SOL8.com, to apply for your free, no obligation action plan. And if I've given you any level of value at all, maybe think about giving me a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. That's how we juice the YouTube algorithm so they actually know that I know what I'm talking about. If you have questions, comments, concerns, or confessions, hit me below in the comments. And now, back to your regularly scheduled program.
What's up, guys? Yeah, I kind of pressed the stop recording button, so we're stitching this part to it.
I just gave you host and it just stopped recording. Like it's my fault.
Co-host. Anyways, where were we? I was about to show you the PMax campaign, so let me share screen. Which one is it? Oh, it's this screen. Can you guys see?
Yep, I can see that.
Yep.
So basically, we have, well, this is a single product PMax campaign that the client wanted, but moving away from that, we kept everything above a 3x. I don't know why this is 2x, but everything above a 3x originally from the previous 90 days in this PMax campaign. And then everything below a 2, everything below a 2x in this one. And what we did was we put a 300% ROAS goal on this. We gave it less budget too. And right now, this campaign is at a 2.57 and this campaign is at a 3.58 with the ROAS goal. So that's interesting, which we kind of tested. But that's because this campaign has more.
What's the third one for?
Sorry?
What's the third one for? The third PMax feed only.
This is a product specific one.
Oh.
Yeah. That was one test. Another thing that we're kind of testing right now is kind of like what the FA does, take the best performing product and launch a separate PMax campaign. But what we're kind of testing, we take the best performing product, but we also take underperforming products, which is essentially products that convert well, just didn't get enough attention. So they'll have like 20, 30 clicks, but they'll have 2 conversions on it. To me, that has potential, right? So we'll launch a separate PMax campaign, including those products as well with the best performing well. And we've kind of seen it push those products in the original PMax campaign and in the campaign itself. And it works well. I just don't remember an account I can show you that in. So those are 3.
I think you're right. Like all of the, like I think our audience will have this thought. Like all of the things we are talking about is not something new. It's what we have done in the past with smart shopping. But the key point in this is adjusting the budget. So the budget is now the key, because before you only had smart shopping campaign and you have nothing to worry about. But now you're running a PMax. When you pull out that feed only, like if you're spending $300 on the PMax and it's generating you 3x, but it's only generating that with $50, right? Other $250 are spent on the outbound, and that smart shopping campaign just scoop up the low-hanging fruit, and it's getting you that. So you're thinking, okay, maybe I can create a PMax feed only campaign to boost that. You're giving it $50 now. It's spending those full $300 to create that demand, and now your $50 PMax feed only campaign has goodish performance. So overall, you're just killing the account. So it's all about adjusting the budget. How much will you spend on creating that demand on YouTube or search or Google Display Network or Discovery, and how much you're willing to spend on shopping. You have to adjust it perfectly so it wouldn't just affect the overall account. So you shouldn't be greedy, if that's the word.
No, yeah, that's right. And just to build on F8's controlling your budget, even if you're, let's just say you're spending $300 a day on a PMax campaign, and you find that there's a certain collection that's doing well, but it's not getting enough attention. Like I was talking about certain products that are doing well and not getting enough collection, they need more budget. You can literally just launch a separate PMax campaign or just build a separate asset group with only those products in there. They're like those 10, 15 products in there, and it'll give that collection more attention. The only thing or caveat to that is I've tested that. You still need a decent chunk of products in there. The number I'm gonna give for how many products a listing group should have, if you have multiple asset groups, is like 15 minimum. I've tried launching a single product listing group or asset group in a PMax campaign that was built out. It just got no attention.
Yeah, and I think Usama, our SOP is something like says something different for like segmenting out categories. So our SOP is that we segment out the best performing category if you want to scale your campaigns. But I think if you want to really promote a category, or if it's in stock or something, then I think we can segment out that category or that product into its own PMax campaign, and then should give a decent budget to work with.
Do you guys product
campaign?
Do you want to go ahead? Okay, I'll go. I was gonna ask, do you guys, maybe this was answered already, do you guys leave your products running in the original campaign as well? Because I let them run in both campaigns until the second campaign starts gaining enough momentum, and then I remove them from the original campaign.
Exactly, because you have to see the effect. This happens a lot also. Like you see something, you think you found a gold mine, it's spending $100, it's generating you 4x, your goal is 3, and you're thinking, okay, if I create a separate campaign for this, I'm golden. You create a new campaign, you're pushing it to $100, and now you have 1.5x because it's only profitable up to a point. So it has a certain demand, you harvest it, and you're now forcing it to spend the extra money on the unnecessary stuff. So it's either doing heavy marketing and just people are getting sick of you, or it's doing hard outbound on YouTube or the display network. So it's all about budgeting. I think people are more focused on the products. I have some hero products. I'm going to put $10,000 of it. If your demand is like $1,000, the extra $9 will be waste.
Yeah, I agree.
I have a question for you guys. Like, I also don't know why it didn't work, but so earlier we didn't had the PMax feed only strategy, right? So earlier we were creating full build outs, like full PMax build outs, and it was giving us a certain let's say cost per conversion at a certain CAC, or we were getting a certain ROAS. But as soon as we implemented our strategy, which is PMax with only feed, then it didn't work like the fully built PMax was doing or performing, right? So fully built PMax was, let's say, giving us 3x, and when we launched a new PMax feed only, then the ROAS dropped from like 3 to 1. Have you seen that?
Yes, I can show you, but Usama, if you give me the host, the video will stop.
Hold on,
Do
let
you
me
know how
No,
to?
actually, you
can
don't
get it for me.
have to.
Yeah.
Somehow, if you click on that share screen
Mhm.
arrow,
Yeah. Okay. I think you should be good to go.
Oh yeah. So
That's how you do it without closing the recording, FA.
right, don't be so hard on me. So okay, let me show you this. I'm going to.
Well, FA
June.
finds that I think it's because one, we don't judge how much influence the other networks have on the campaign on its own. So like indirectly, maybe they're just looking at all of our display ads, and then when they actually click on an ad, it's the shopping network or the search network. So when we go feed only, we lose that all that buildup or that we're trying to get, the awareness we're building. Go on, FA. That's all I had.
This is normal PMax campaign. I was pushing 1,000 Turkish liras into this, and I wasn't running PMax feed only. And in the August, look at this, like it has 9x, and all of a sudden now it's down to 3.9, and my PMax feed only is generating 9.9. So it's a sudden shift. It just killed us. Like I was running this with 1,000 Turkish liras, and I'm going to say bucks because Turkish liras is hard to say. I was giving this 1,000 bucks, and I was running this with 100 bucks, and it scooped up this so fast. Like this was dropping and this was good, but I had to switch a lot, and the account was hurt for a while. So that's what I am talking about when it comes to the budget. Because once you pull away the shopping factor from your PMax campaign, if your industry is running on heavily shopping, so if your majority of your conversions are coming from shopping, then you pull away that shopping factor into different PMax feed only. You have to adjust your budgets toward that. So what might be a better transition phase could be this. Maybe I could have created feed only campaign, feed only asset groups for those products. So they have a thing going in the PMax. So it's more a small transition rather than a hard pull.
Yeah.
But that's what I had. It's a sudden change.
Yeah. And what do you guys recommend? Like, should we let's say if we have a new account and it's shopping it's a e-com, and what you guys recommend? Should we go with like a feed only campaign or with a fully built PMax campaign?
I go fully built and then add the feed only asset group.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's how I do it also. Like after I see that, like sometimes creating a new PMax feed only campaign right away works wonders. But when it fails, it's hard to get back.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm afraid of. Like if it works perfectly. But if it fails, now you have to turn it back off and you have to wait for your PMax to get back on its feet again. So it's a longer process. So that slower transition might be beneficial for like 70% of the time.
So your recommendation will be create a fully built PMax, and then inside that fully built PMax, create a feed only asset group.
Yeah.
Right. And then if that works, then create a feed only campaign.
Yeah. Yes. And just test, like create PMax, like feed only asset group as in all products, like create PMax feed only asset groups regarding your best selling products or low selling products, or create a PMax Feed Only asset group with the audience signals that is working best for you. Let's say your in-market audience is just killing it. Create a PMax Feed Only asset group with those audiences to push your PMax main campaign direction onto more shopping if it's beneficial for you, because it depends on the industry. If it's coming from searches, like that's not going to work.
Yeah. The other thing, you can experiment a lot with feed only as well. Like you can, we discussed splitting PMax campaigns out by collection types. You can create feed only asset groups based off of collections. So if one collection is underperforming and it's doing bad, then we can literally just, what do you call it, pause it and keep the other ones running without worrying about the campaign being affected, because we're only on the shopping network, right, for that asset group, right? We're not worried about secondary view-throughs or coming in, right? So you can make that judgment without too much thought being going into it, whether we need that image there, whether we need that branding there or not, right? So you can make those judgments pretty easily with feed-only collection-based asset groups as well. So I would do that as well, especially if you have the budget. But then again, it all comes down to how much budget you have to play with, how much you're willing to risk and experiment with. Yeah.
All right. I think we're all set. Is there anything you'd like to add?
No, I think I'm good. Anyone have any questions? You guys can leave questions in the comment section. We'll try to make more videos. Qasim said he would fire us if we didn't. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Hi everyone, Regina here at Solutions 8. I wanted to talk to you guys about how to use Performance Max and make it work for you, even if you are a small business working with a small budget. I'm talking under 5K.